Hello everybody and welcome back to Pirate Ninja Productions. My name is Proteus and this is episode 11 of DireWolf20 on 1.16. As you can probably hear and see, I have made some changes. I was running really low on wool and these string plants were just not keeping up with my demand because of all of the smart cables I needed to make for my ME system. If you take a look, can't see them there. Over here, they're buried beneath the road everywhere. Not everywhere, but almost everywhere. At least these main roads here all have dense Fluix cables. Even going up to here and all the way over to this new section. Before we get to that, yeah. So I did, I actually started with like 2 sheep, but this feeder over here accidentally was overlapping, so if the sheep walked over here they got fed, and yeah, that was bad. So I had to kill off a few. But now I've got, if you go and look, I've got almost 800 wool, so that's really cool. Let's see, I don't think I ever mentioned, but I did go and put a bunch of storage monitors in here for high important items. 189,000 iron ingots. I think we're good on iron. 53,000 Certus. This is what happens when you let your quarries run. I did, unfortunately, break my armor running around in the nether and such, so I went and made crystallized obsidian. It's just simple solidification chamber, it's nothing special, but I also made a powered diamond anvil to repair my armor, so if I do get into a fight, that's what I'm going to do about it. Let's see, I also built up this area over here. So this is semi-automated sand and aquamarine production. As you can see, it's currently turned off. All of these are block breakers from Industrial Foregoing. What they do is they just break the blocks that are in front of them. So with Astral, in order to produce sand, you just put lava and liquid starlight next to each other. There's a 2% chance that you get aquamarine. So yeah, I've only gotten like 4. I just took all of my aquamarine and stuck it in here. However, I also have it controlled by this lever here, by redstone signal, because if I pull the lever and everything starts going in a minute or two, you can see my FPS tanks. There's just too much going on. So I leave that off when I'm doing stuff. If I'm going to AFK and try and get some more aquamarine, I will leave it. I did set up a crafting terminal over here, so now I have access to my ME system and crafting. I mean, I have a wireless that I can reach over here, but that's better. And that goes up under here. I pop in here and you can see here's my line that goes all the way through, and this is all facades all the way to right here. I did move the attunement altar over here. I put all of the relays in here because I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for next. So for now, that's what it is. And I think that's pretty much all of the changes I've made. I did add a bunch of new create stuff to the auto crafting, because we're going to be using that today. First, I'm going to sleep. In order to, let's just go back down to the basement for a second. In order to automate the creation of brass plates without create infrastructure, I had to use the metal press because it cannot be pressed in the thermal expansion press. So it's just an ME interface that comes out and it pushes the brass onto this, and then it goes into another interface that's behind this facade on the drop-in conveyor. Pretty simple, easy day. Here's the melting chamber and solidification chamber. They're manual, but I set it up so that if whatever I put in here, the liquid will get sucked over to the solidification chamber. Oops, left my tank out. I have singularities on auto, and if you're wondering why this goes so fast, I was going to set up this super complex system, but turns out that if you feed water into it, it will count. So for every millibucket of water that goes in, I think I get 1 item. So I have 2 sinks going in and an ultimate mechanical pipe just feeding into the bottom. And yeah, it goes fast. And then every time it fills up, it goes into here. So it'll top out at around, I think it was 2048. And then I'll have more singularities than I will ever know what to do with, considering I haven't used a single one yet. But we'll get to those. Today, I would like to go back to what we were doing at the end of the last episode and try to fix our create problems. So, first we're going to take some cobblestone, do that, put down the water wheels, set down some more cobblestone, set that across the top, that across the bottom, and let's see, do I have water buckets? I have 2, I need 1 more. Well, that was somewhat expected. That's fine on that side. This side, just do that. So now it's producing stress just like it was before. The difference is I want this turned back to a regular gearbox for now, I think. Put that in there, and then how do these go? So they need a cog. Okay. I'm glad I brought some cogs with me. So stick a cog on there, and stick that on there. Is it working? It appears to be working. So, in order to create, let's get it, what I want to make, which is the, oh, I don't remember now. Oh, right, the engine that I'm looking into creating is the, I want to use the flywheel, but that requires mechanical crafter. Requires mechanical crafters to craft. I also want the furnace engine, which also requires the mechanical crafters to craft. So I'm going to do the furnace engine first because we're already in that arrangement. And I'm not quite sure how this works. Place multiple in a grid. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle them all to this piston over here, which means I need the create wrench. So I need 3 gold plates, a cogwheel, and a stick. Can I make gold plates? Nope, doesn't look like I can. Well, what else are they used for? Anything? No, they're basically used for nothing, so we'll not be automating them. Just go down to the basement and stick them in here. Pull those out. So now, if we go and try to make a wrench, got everything we need. Excellent. So what the wrench does is allows you to wrench things. So if I, yeah, see? So if I do that, hopefully that'll work. And then in order to make the Where is it? The furnace engine. We need a piston, 2 brass ingots, 5 brass sheets, and a brass casing. So first we'll get a piston. I don't want to waste a sticky piston on it. And then 1 brass casing. And I need 2 brass ingots, so I'll ask for 1 more. And then I need 4 more of these, so I'll ask for 4 more of those. That takes a minute because it has to go through the crafter. The brass age, what is that? Oh, I guess I've never held the brass casing in my hand before. Interesting. So if I do this, and then that, and that, and then that, should go, right? Yes, very slowly, because we don't have a lot of stress production at the moment, but very slowly. This is such a cool mechanic. Boop. Don't you dare. Tried to steal my casing. Or my engine. I got it though. Okay. So now requires a running furnace to work. So definitely going to be how they say, cheesing this. I did this wrong. It's fine. So that goes there, and then we need 1, 2, 3 there. And we're gonna actually face everything down that way. There we go. So now to make the flywheel engine, or just the flywheel, I need 8 brass ingots and a casing. So 1 brass casing. It should be, there we go. Oops. And, oh, I didn't know they came in groups of 4. That's cool. And then I need 7 more of those, but I know it's going to make 8 because that's just how it works. Now if I place all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then toss that down, it should start moving everything. Excellent. It looks really cool. I wonder if there's a way to automate this system. I'm sure there is. Create's all about automation. Right, so while that's doing that, let's grab a furnace. Stick all this rats in here. Stick the rest of the cobblestone in there. Thank you. So now we can actually take down this system. I'm thinking I'm probably going to make a better, whoops, I think I broke something. I did. Overstressed. Whoops. That's okay. This will not be a problem anytime soon because I'm going to use mod interactions in a slightly cheesy way. Not the intended purpose, I guess. At least not with create. So what I could do, because I have an absolute ton of coal, I mean I have 500,000 coal, is I could just feed a furnace with coal. But that's not fun, I guess. Instead, yeah. That's better. Instead, what I'm going to do is we're going to get a think this is what it's called. Nope, it's from Immersive. I always forget the name of this block. It's not a radiator block, but it's something similar. External heater. That's going to be difficult to make. I'm going to set up some recipes for that. And that should do it for this. Alright, all the way back down. You can see I was setting up stuff for that, but it's actually easier just to do it this way. And then a copper coil block, and then an LV wire coil, and then copper wire is going to be annoying to make because it doesn't recognize NBT data. Maybe it does. And then it needs to know how to make these. Alright, let's see if it's going to freak out. I could set up another metal press to make this, but it's really not worth it. Alright, so if I now search for external heater, it doesn't know how to make copper sheets. Doesn't know how to make copper sheets at all? No, it doesn't. Well, that's annoying. Can I even make copper sheets from Create? No, I can't. Alright, so means I need to pull this one out, remove that, and yeah, stick this in the plate making machine. Multi-servo press, there we go. That should, there we go. We're also gonna all the way down to maintenance again. My storage is getting fuller again. Alright, so now if I do that, it'll work. And if I clear that and turn it over to a processing pattern, it'll do that as well. So then when I go down to the multi-servo press, I can just toss the recipe in and go back up here, toss that in there. So now if I ask for the external heater, now it should be able to make it for me. We can monitor its progress. There we go, external heater. And then I also need a flux point. I went and crafted a bunch of flux dust. So because I could automate it, but it's really just not worth the effort. You see the flux block over there. That's how I did it. I just stuck some obsidian above it, dropped a bunch of redstone in, and I was done. Nope, nighttime again. No need to preserve the night right now. So if we take, oh, I forgot my furnace. Or did I? Oh, no, it's right here. So if I do that, and then I stick this on the side, and I get my engineer hammer. I do one of those. Maybe. Oh. Oh, see, now it works. Silly furnace. Alright, so if I do that, is it not? Did they get rid of that? Alright, let's look at the manual. Tools? No. Simple machines? External heater. We'll power the furnace. Apply a redstone signal. That's what I'm missing. Lever. Don't have a lever. And I still don't have them on AutoCraft. Really should get them on AutoCraft, huh? Seem to use them often enough. So now if I do that, there we go. And now it is generating stress. So now if I take, oh, where did I put my gearbox? I put it away. Why would I do such a thing? Take the mixer and I guess I got rid of the basin. That's fine. Now if I make this a vertical gearbox, do that, put a couple of mine shafts on it, or shafts on it, really just one, and then put a cog and a large cog and then a small cog to maybe try and increase the speed a little bit. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to stick this right next to it, and it's still not rotating with enough speed. I thought I had figured it out. Thought there was something that you could use to increase control. I could have sworn there was a device I could use to increase the speed. Ah, here we go. Now how do I make that? Ooh, I need an integrated circuit. Wow, that's fun. A lapis sheet. Whoa. And I don't have a mechanical press. Well, there's got to be an easier way. Maybe if I start with a big wheel. Aha! Alright, so that seems to have worked. Now I just need a basin. So now, let's get a, no, wrong search window. If I get a sink. And I stick it there for now. And I get myself a mechanical pipe. Grab my configurator and tell it to put stuff in. And then grab 1 redstone, 1 nether quartz, oops, and 1 charged. No. Do I have to? I do. Alright, hold on. Yes. Okay. Now the real test is can an interface input that was weird. Alright, can an interface input into this? So if I, you know what, let's put it, where'd it go? Oh. If I put it there, because that way I can hijack this for a moment. Oh, I need to turn my, alright, so if I go Fluix and grab one of these, obviously this is going to need some improvement, but for now, device missing channel, yeah, whatever. If I go down to input this into the into here, clear that out, one of those, one of those, one of those, makes 2 of those, and go back up. I should put another pattern terminal elsewhere. It's kind of a pain to go all the way down just to go all the way back up. Maybe I should carry one around with me or something. So if I go and I put that in there, and then I only have 84 Fluix left. That's surprising. So if I go and ask for it, it can. Awesome. Oh, and can it remove too? No, I think my magnet picked it up. Yeah, okay. So that's a problem. I'll have to figure out a way to prevent the magnet from picking it up. But overall, that was successful. Yeah, you guys can all go away. Oops, you are in the wrong inventory. Oops, this one. I'm just gonna put all of this away for now. Except for the slab, so I can put that back. You can go away. You can all go in there. And yeah. So I'm gonna leave this set up like this for now. What I'll probably do in between episodes is go ahead and make a little actual setup for creating. I might not put it there as well because I'm gonna need more space than a tiny little corner of the road. I may clear a spot over here and like maybe have the road come out over here, or maybe have it go past the animal pens. We'll see. I will figure it out. For now, I want to go check on our celestial crystal that we set up, and it does look like it is good to go. So if I break that, I get 2 stardust and a very nice celestial crystal and an achievement. Sorry, advancement. And that is the last thing we were waiting on in order to make the next level of altar. So let's do that right quick before moving on. So if I need the Iridescent Altar, that's gonna, I need 4 marble, or sorry, 8 marble and 4 sooty marble. Ah, 2 more sooty marble. I need all of those. I need to craft some of this up. There we go. What else do I need? Oh, I need a glass lens, which means I need 4 aquamarine and a stained glass. Or and a glass pane. Oh, I only got 1 left. Good thing I've got those on autocraft. Alright, so I'm going to grab my resonating wand, and I know I just slept, but I'm going to make it nighttime so that I can get this done. So now, if I put this there and do one of those, can quickly make that. And if I do this, yes, I'm still missing my ruined marble. Where did I put that stone? I need to keep the stone cutter over here. Let's put it there. Okay, now I should have everything I need. I just need a lot more Starlight. On the plus side, I know we almost fill the whole table up, so I don't need to worry about that. On the downside, it doesn't usually fill up until closer to midnight. It's dusk. And this should work because I've already pre-built the multi-block structure, so it should work. I think I may have to break and replace the altar, and that will unlock the last chapter, I believe, in the Astral Tome, which may allow us to build the observatory, which would be kind of nice because that is what you use to get the very dim constellations. I think that's what they're called. We've got bright, dim, and very dim? I'm not sure. Come on, almost there. And we're going to need to make some more celestial crystals and start working with more crystal stat making and stuff. I know you used to be able to use whatchamacallit, integrated dynamics to do a good crystal automation thing, but with the way it works now, I'm not sure if you can. Alright, there we go. It is ready. And whack. That looks really cool. Yay! Can you take me higher? Craft an iridescent altar. Now, oh, it does work. Excellent. So, this is a full 5x5 crafting grid. It also has this little star field over here. Some recipes require attunement to a certain constellation, so you have to use, I believe it's either a crystal or it's the actual paper for that constellation has to go in here in order to craft with it. So it's very cool. And here we go, radiance. Yep, there's the observatory, a radiant star. So now, graduate crafting. The Academy would like to welcome you as a fully fledged Astral Sorcerer. Sweet. Basically, that's a congrats, you've won. Oops, there we go. Shifting stars, filtering light. Oh, what can I use the Irradiant Star for? Containment Chalice, these are really good. They're really good. Because now what you can do is you can draw from light wells, but then it can also it can also put the fluids. Oh, what is this? Oh, is that the? Oh, that's cool. That's new. If I use a containment chalice over here, and it will auto refill all of these pools of liquid starlight, which is kind of awesome, I gotta say. Right. So what else? The Mantle of Stars. We could get the this is the Astral Sorcery armor. It's okay. It's better for its perks rather than its stats. What is this? I should actually read it. Liquid starlight may store starlight energy in a condensed and manageable form, but it's easy to unleash that same power again through the use of a magical centrifuge. A chaotic fountain of starlight can be spun for up to 4 times when raw brute magical force is needed to accomplish a goal. Containment ring of an ever-shifting fountain serves as a stable focus for these energies, and any blocks left within the structure are likely to be destroyed. No view of the sky is needed. Oh, that's cool. It must be primed. So, interesting. I think this is like the astral version of a quarry, which is kind of cool. Oh, maybe not. Ooh. That's cool. And then what does this do? Moving a necromantic prime constantly to determine what it's wasteful. Ah, so this is a Phosic upgrade, basically. Right. Faint, that's what they're called. Right, so here. To increase visual reach into the stars, more filtered lenses and reactive powders will be needed than the telescope required. The more sensitive viewing an observatory offers allows a sorcerer to delve deep into the sky field, following the slightest hint of magical energies back to its source constellation. In the deep depths of the astral, more constellations faintly shine their magical power forth, barely distinguishable against the background noise of existence. As the observatory is very precise, moving the mouse is necessary to aim around the night sky. When a prospective constellation is located, holding shift will lock the view, allowing the constellation to be traced. Press right-click or escape to leave the observatory view and dismount by pushing shift. So that is a very complex recipe. It requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 7. No, 8. It requires 8 lenses around. I think that's the most of anything that the Iridescent Altar requires. So that's 4, 4, 4. Oh yeah, you can craft constellation paper that's attuned to a specific constellation now. I don't see anything that requires more than 4 yet. There's this one requiring 8. That requires none. That requires 6. Yeah, so 8 is the highest. So what I will need to do is make a bunch of these astral relays, because you have to dot them around to use the altar for those extra enhancements. But that will have to wait until the next episode, where we can go ahead and get the observatory and start towards getting the last of the constellations unlocked and getting close to some of the way more complex versions of Astral. Speaking of things, I have 1 point left. I did go and spend a few points over here to get myself to Starlight Charge Regeneration, but I was also looking at this one here. 5% increased armor and 1 maximum life. So I'm going to use that one. And there we go. So now I'm even harder to kill, which is good because I think it's been far too long and we have yet to try and kill a wither, or 2 or 5. So I think it's about time for that. And I've got plenty of wither skeleton skulls. We can do 6 wither fights without having to go wither skull hunting. So I think that is going to be a good thing to do because there's a few things that require nether stars that I would like to make. I don't think I'm going to go into environmental core at least anytime soon. I would like to be able to make nitro crystals. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and eventually once we get into Ars, well, that'll be useful. And that might be it. Yeah, that might be good. I'm not quite sure. Not interested in the mycelial reactors. So yeah, 5 or 6 should do it for us for now. If decided to get into environmental core or environmental tech, then that would require an insane amount of nether star crafting, which I would probably try and do the tome, because you just charge this with redstone and it duplicates things. And that's not really that hard to automate as long as you have a steady supply of redstone. But so this episode has gone quite a bit longer than I expected it to, but I think it's good. Got create done, upgraded to the final tier of the Astral crafting altars, so that way we can start getting into the end game stuff. I am going to fix this little setup with create and make it look a little bit better. Also going to move it, I think, over there, as I said. I'll take care of that in between episodes. I'm also going to reset up the mechanical crafters and probably in a bigger thing so that we can use them for other things later on. But until then, I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will see you later.